In the long and distant river of time, a shimmering river flowed quietly. On the soft beach beside the river, a little crab was born. It had just come into this world and looked a bit special at this time. It only had two tiny legs. This brand new world was full of unknowns and surprises for the little crab. It came to the beach with great joy, taking small steps with its two tender legs, walking around cheerfully as if exploring a mysterious treasure. As it walked, it met a tortoise. The little crab was naturally friendly and was just about to greet the tortoise warmly. But this tortoise was extremely mischievous. Suddenly, the tortoise stretched out its long neck and flipped the unsuspecting little crab onto its back. The little crab struggled to get up with great difficulty. Fuming with anger, it wanted to chase after the tortoise to demand an explanation. But unfortunately, with only two legs, how could it catch up with the tortoise that had four legs? The tortoise quickly disappeared without a trace. The little crab ran out of breath and could only stop helplessly under a big tree to rest. Just then, a centipede crawled over slowly. The little crab looked up and was stunned. This centipede was covered in densely packed legs. What made the little crab even more annoyed was that when the centipede passed by, one of its legs accidentally touched the little crab and released some uncomfortable venom. The little crab was both angry and wrong. It really couldn't figure out why others had so many legs while it only had two, and was always bullied. After much thought, the little crab decided to ask God for help. It sincerely pleaded with God again and again, hoping to grow a few more legs. God said seriously, "I can only fulfill one of your requests. You must think carefully. Once you make a choice, don't regret it." The little crab thought for a while. Everyone liked the lucky number 8. If it had 8 legs, surely no one would dare to bully it in the future. So, it firmly said to God, "I want 8 legs." God smiled and granted its request. Early the next morning, when the little crab woke up, it was pleasantly surprised to find that it had indeed grown 8 legs. It excitedly spun in circles on the spot, but this joy didn't last long. When it tried to move forward, it encountered big trouble. Due to the sudden increase in the number of legs, it simply couldn't make these legs move forward in a coordinated manner. Those legs were like a group of mischievous children, jostling and crossing each other in a complete mess. This funny sight attracted many surrounding animals to gather and laugh. The little crab was both ashamed and angry, filled with regret. But it knew that everything was irreversible. In the following days, the little crab sank into deep distress, but it didn't give up. Instead, it kept trying and exploring. After countless failures, the little crab finally came up with an idea. Since walking straight was so difficult, why not change the direction? So it tried walking sideways. To its surprise, this unique way of walking allowed it to move freely. Gradually, the little crab that walked sideways became a special sight on this beach. Other animals no longer laughed at it. Instead, they were full of curiosity and admiration for it. The little crab's experience tells us that everyone has their own life and characteristics. Don't always blindly envy others. We should cherish what we have and learn to be content. When facing difficulties that cannot be changed, don't just complain and be frustrated. Instead, bravely face them, use our wisdom to innovate, and maybe we can find a new way out in what seems like a hopeless situation.